Good day to everybody today. We have our Alexa and music playing. I had to turn that off. How is everybody doing on this fine morning? I'm going to take my first of all, we gotta turn down the game volume a little bit because I listened yesterday to my stream later, and it was definitely still the game was too loud. So today we are getting into the Psyker. We're going to be doing a showcase. We played the Psyker yesterday as well. However, today I'm going to make my build guide for the Psyker, and hopefully we're just going to link in to this gameplay at the end of the video. And then you guys can, if you were to watch the build guide, you just click the card and queue into this. Let's see what our team looks like. We've got 2 veterans, a Psyker, and an Ogren. Ogren. They're both dagger vets. Could be interesting. Yeah, I'm good to go. But let's ball. Let's ball. We're going right in. This first game of the day. So excuse me if I eat it. Hopefully, let me know what you guys think of the audio to my voice versus the game in the comments down below, because I can listen to it myself, but it's like it's not the same through my ears, because like my ears are biased because I'm listening for my voice. Like how's it sound to you guys? I suppose I ought to open up the stream, shall I? So I can see the good old comments section. And I'll just give myself a like, because I have no shame. Leave that bad boy right there. Tuesday, isn't it? So, during this game I need to talk about how I play the Psyker, what I do with the Psyker. I guess we'll start off with the build. So we're running the Surge Staff with Warp Charge build. Hopefully I'll call things by the right name today. So we've got the Surge Staff, Warp Charges, and then we've got Smite, and we've got a Chainsword. If I can whip it out. So the Smite, the Surge Staff, targets specials, and it's our prime weapon, and it's what we use for most of the game. Then we have our Chainsword. This is really great for when mutants come flying out. You whip this bad boy out, you have a heavy attack that usually kills the most mutants. And so let's go ahead and start killing some guys. So we've got a plasma gun veteran, which is very good. Hopefully this game is not too hard to run through. If we can get through this with one run, that'd be perfect for the video. Otherwise, I'm going to have to link into the time. So we just single out all the specials. We got this is going to be a lot of monstrosities this game. This build doesn't do a fantastic job at monstrosities. Also doesn't do a bad job at monstrosities. When we smite things, though, we do give them all a 10% damage boost to the rest of our team. So, definitely not bad. We have 4 warp charges up right now, and so what this build does is we'll give these guys a smite, even though it's not a long smite. We'll give them all 10% bonus, and we'll come in with the heavy attacks from this bad boy. Wow, that's a lot of... Is that 3 monstrosities? That's crazy. You'll see these are weakened though, but you can watch their health bar. We're doing decent damage to this monstrosity. It is a weakened, of course, but they're not bad against monstrosities. And what we do is we kind of hang out towards the back, and we take care of small flanks, and we also take care of a lot of specials that spawn in from the back. Sometimes we stagger mutants out of their charge, sometimes we don't. Bonk. Dogs have pretty low health, so you can just bonk them a lot too. Most enemies in this game will either take 1 to 2 shots. We're aiming for a lot of crits, and you'll have to check back to the build guide for what I'm running on the Surge Staff, because I don't remember off the top of my head. I think I would check before making a video about it. But I didn't, because I don't care. Anyways, what I do believe I'm running is Flak and Carapace Armored as my modifiers. And if I'm not, you can run those anyways, because they're very good. Oh, point blank me with that bad boy. You can run the Carapace and Flak Armor damage. It's pretty good because we want to take care of all specials. Unyielding we're not as concerned about. You could theoretically run Unyielding though as well. But you see, anytime a special pops out that we could take care of, we can give it a zap. As we are zapping, each of our charged attacks reduces it. We're running the Blessing perk that gives us reduced charge time on our next charged attack per consecutive charge attacks. And we're running warp charges. So we're running everything into warp resistance, increased damage. Hello.
Excessive force authorized.
Yeah. And when we kill a special with our staff as well, we apply warp, Soul Blaze to surrounding enemies, as well as we have the Wildfire perks on, I think, or whatever Soul Blaze can spread. And that just gives us a little bit more horde clear. This build's pretty good at bulwarks because what it does is it staggers them, so we don't really take unyielding damage because we don't have any problems clearing them out. Now when we have a really large group of crushers here and we're with our team, we aren't bad at killing crushers, but I generally whip out the smite and just stun them all and let my team take care of it, because this build is also great at just holding back the enemies for a while. For this guy, I recommend giving him one big zap as he runs into you, then you switch out to the chainsword, then you give him a quick little charge light or heavy attack, and that should take care of him. A lot of time you can switch in between targets left and right. We are running in Auric Maelstrom, lots of specials and monsters in this one in particular. I did make the thumbnail with the current mission, which I was excited to run, but it was only up for like 3 minutes, so I did not have time to make the thumbnail and get it on the game. So I can hear a bomb rep here. It's usually a large wave that spawns here, and we're kind of exposed as a vet in this area, or as a Psyker. So you don't really want to get totally destroyed just standing underneath. There's that wave that usually spawns in this area. The waves usually spawn in the same area every game. I'm feeling more confident this game because we have a plasma gun vet, which is very strong, and we also have an Ogryn. The Ogrins are just great at keeping things off your teammates. Pox bursters, you usually get those in 1 to 2 shots. The first shot, as long as you charge it enough, or maybe if you don't charge it, it's kind of iffy nowadays. I used to always stagger them, but sometimes you need to have enough charge on the staff. Maybe it's just bugged too. Here's a wave, large wave right here, so we'll just give them a smite, and we'll come in with the heavy attack. So with the chainsword in particular, we're running 2 blessings, the increased damage on cleave. So if we hit like, thank you, teammates. So if we a lot of these enemies just take 2 shots, no matter their a lot of these adds. We got another monstrosity over here I can hear. We'll get this guy 1 hit. He got stunned out. Getting a little crazy over here. You can get him out of there. A lot of times you'll see a teammate goes down. You go ahead and whip out the. That's what I thought. We don't have our special up right now, which is not great for us. In the middle of the enemies. So we get increased damage. Ah! That's not good. Come out with another zappy dude. Trying to get these boys off of us. These gunners on me right now are a problem. Oh shit. Ah! Oh my god. Where's my team? I need my team very badly. Does bombers want to land on me? Get away! Ah! Dear god! Oh. Oh no. No, not like this. Not for the stream.
How can anyone help?
Has an incredible amount of monstrosities. Ooh, stick the res bot. Come on, if you're gonna do it.
Requesting assistance.
monstrosity. There we go. We got him. Alright. We got this together now. Our Ogryn's not very far away either, which is convenient. Now we do struggle a little bit with range. Generally snipers are standing still though. They're not too hard to get because they're standing still and you can just send them some long range. So what you'll do is you'll ping them, you can see them, and you'll just send them some shots and they'll get staggered and you'll kill them. No big deal. Alright. Hey, that was a little close on that one. If we stay together a little better, I think we won't have a problem. Problem is those big guys are very good at splitting you apart. You'll see that when I'm attacking people, you zap onto them, and if they die or they something, you can swipe over to another character, because your largest attack damage comes out at the very end of the surge staff attack. There are smaller damage ticks during the zap, but the largest one comes out at the end, so you can still get hello, some pretty good zaps during the attack itself. Let's see. Alright, so for the sword, you get, we have like plus 180% cleave on hitting 3 enemies. So we're usually coming out with the heavy attacks because they have a better horizontal pattern. As you can see, if you spam the light attack, it's not that great of a cleaver. But the heavy is pretty good at cleaving. It's pretty horizontal. So we have a lot of cleave for the hordes. So what you'll do is you'll smite them all. With your smite, they'll take 10% damage bonus, and then you will go in and whack them. So we got a lot of specials coming up from the back. I generally prioritize snipers. Bombers are really important to prioritize these days as well. They're quite annoying. So there's a large horde that usually spawns over in this part. Give them a smite. They'll just die a little faster now. A lot of guys on us. We'll give them another smite.
I guess it's dog eyes.
Almost had him. We got more specials coming in from the back.
Keep back up. Keep back up in the battery.
We got another monstrosity. Okay, there he is. Please help. Yes, monstrosity is definitely confirmed. Help me! So our problem with this team right now is that we're not sticking together. And these monstrosities are really important to prioritize right at the beginning. See, this guy just got knocked all the way across the map, which is very bad for him. He's probably going to go down unless we can smite him out. So whenever you see an enemy down, you prioritize smiting in their area. And that'll either give your teammates the... Shit! It's a bit of a harder game. We're lacking horde clear on our team is making life a little difficult. Now on the chain sword, it's a good idea to run maybe Maniac and Unyielding damage, since we don't have Unyielding damage on the staff, but you can run whatever you like. I'd also run Maniac and Flak would be really solid. I think that's probably what I'm running, Maniac and Flak. Oh, wow. Shotgunner horde just came out at me. Wow, that is a lot of shotgunners. This is generally a really hard area though for horde damnation because there's a lot of gunners and it's a big empty field. We'll see if this guy can stick the res. Ooh, not with that guy coming in like that. Oh dear God. I really just got the sauce on me. No! Generally as the Psyker, it's pretty difficult. You are out in the open and you are a very squishy boy. Problem is you don't have a lot of mobility, so if your team walks off from you or you get separated, it's pretty difficult for you to actually get back to your team. that's just one of the things about this build is that it's definitely easier to... You're definitely squishy, but that's in general as the Psyker. Back, I mean. So we got a large horde here. My team's actually grouped up now, which is nice. Give everybody a smite again. Managed to grab 2 charges from that. We are missing a Zealot. I think this game is best played when you have one of each character, absolutely. And you have, it's almost super obvious some games when you have a really good team comp. You obviously don't need it to play this game, but sometimes you have a really good team comp. And you're like, wow, it makes a huge difference on your game. Huge horse today. So I see that laser in the background. Open that up for me. I just feel like my teammates are not killing a lot of things. Alright, so we got the sniper there. An important part of playing with this Psyker and other characters, a lot of vets a lot of the time as well, is that you can't be letting them get overran by ads, because they're particularly not well suited for taking on large hordes unless they're running a horde build. But in our instance, we're running a smite build, or a surge staff build, which isn't great at dealing with hordes, and the Psyker is also not great in combat, in melee combat. I feel like things are really jumping out at me the past 2 days. I haven't been playing the game a whole ton, so I'm just rusty. But when you're letting your when you let these guys that aren't melee oriented get overran, they lose their ability to do their job, which is to take care of specials. So then you end up with a lot of extra specials running around as well. So you're getting hit by large hordes and specials. That's typically. So we'll focus on this one right here. We do up to 20% more damage based on our warp charge. That's just. I probably shouldn't have used my give you guys the smite so they take a little more damage. A little more damage buff to us. Whatever that perk does from the Ogre, I don't really know, but I assume it does good things. We're just gonna go straight for the Ogre. You stick it in the middle of a horde, it doesn't matter, just stick the res on the net. On a normal res, obviously you cannot do that as a Psyker. As you can see, I'm getting overran here again by ads, which is problematic. So this is definitely maybe not the best solo queue build, but if you're playing with a team, or a lot of the time you just have a good vet zealot or something that's wiping the floor there, where everybody they're playing is that's taking on all the melee. Okay. So your first hit from your surge staff will stagger. So a sniper, so you can challenge snipers pretty easily. So what we do here against these carapace armored enemies is we just stagger in between. Fast enough. So we give him a zap, and we give him a charge chain axe, and he's gone. Don't forget to tag guys. Your teammate. It's very important also if you have a surge striker on your team to tag people, because when I see a specialist tag, that gives me a really easy ability to shoot them, especially if they're in a horde, because you have to be very exact with your targeting if you're using the surge staff in a horde, or else you'll do your primary damage to somebody else. A lot of the times what you'll do with this build as well is you'll be dodging in and out of cover, so you'll jump out, hit your attack, jump out, dodge back into cover, dodge back into cover, like this, and that will be getting you, you'll get your hit, and once your hit is charged onto somebody, it'll go through any walls or anything, so you just have to arc it onto them and you can get back into cover. That's typically your strategy when you're fighting against a lot of ranged enemies. dog made me. I F'd because of that dog. Soul Blaze would have caused him to jump off me. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, these guys coming out of nowhere today. Take another punch out of me. It's not good for me. As soon as we get out of this, he's going to throw me. We're going to be in a corner. Probably. Am I out of this? Okay. Well, he threw me the one direction I did not expect him to throw me. The dog up there we'll take care of. Dear God! Out the window! Oh. Okay, now we're really separated. That's awesome. Dear shit! Wow, you're getting absolutely ran over this game. The smite is not any good against a. Okay. We are not great at killing monstrosities right now. If you could use somebody. Is that out of meds? That's damn. This is quite the horny game. We could really use a monstrosity killer zealot. You check out my build on that bad boy. That guy would be 1 to 2 shotting all these monstrosities. That would give us so much more breathing room. So, you know, it really depends on which game you're running. If you're running like a high-intensity shock troop gauntlet, this is a great build. So this is a lot of ragers, and we have teammates that are not bad at killing them, and we can just hold them all steady here while our teammates kill them. Now we could whip out our staff and try and be fancy with it, but this is honestly the most efficient way to deal with them. Like, personally, I want the kills. Oh, that's going to do a lot of damage to me. Fire. Let me go down. So we were stunning that mutant inside of the fire, which is pretty helpful. The stun on the mutant, though, with the surge staff is highly inconsistent, and I'm not entirely sure how it works. I think you might have to crit or something to actually get the stun for a mutant. That's, again, a lot of shotgunners. We can hold them off for a second with their smite. We've got another monstrosity in the back here. We'll try and get that guy off. So Ogren comes in to stick the res, which is very good. That's a great part of having an Ogren, is he can just stick the res like that. Our teammates are getting really overran here again by ads. We'll try and stay together with our vet, as long as we're with a teammate. He's sucking. This is not good. This is very bad. Okay, good. Everybody group up. It's always fine to fall back. You got lots of breathing room. That fire helps a lot. Oh, maybe we don't have that much breathing room though. Oh no. So the Ogren could charge this guy right now. Or the kickback knocked him out or something as well, maybe. We'll just keep hitting this guy. Need to check the scoreboard and see what these guys are up to. Two shots on a hound usually does it. The first one will usually stun him. Mutants are the only ones that don't get stunned easily. I don't know why that is. They used to. I feel like fully charging a surge staff attack helps to stagger them. I don't actually know if that's true. Bomber behind us. Of course, we'll give him the zappy and then give him the wacky. So we've got a horde spawning. You want to make sure you get the res off quick then. The dogs are pretty easy to take care of, especially if you're running this build in a mission where you're high intensity hunting grounds. This build is actually fantastic because all those lower health dogs that spawn all give you warp charges, guaranteed, I think. I'm I'm not sure if they're guaranteed. I think they're guaranteed, and if they're not, they're extremely high likelihood. And you'll just have warp charges maxed all the time, and then you can drop your F, drop Soul Blaze on everybody. It's a good old time.
I hope there is no more of this thing.
Glad that Tox Burster didn't hit us. I've had it where you're like going up the elevator and it drops. It's
It will
super
burn
annoying.
for that.
A well-equipped
This is good.
station.
Gate game, showcase game. Because yesterday I did a Maelstrom and I thought it was a little too.
Engaging war
Oops, I
protocol.
did not mean to F, but it'll work. So when we have those max warp charges, that's really good for our. Guy came all the way from me, huh? Get that trapper. We got a lot of shotgunners right here. We're gonna actually kind of spam the attack. We'll drop our F to stagger them. It is gonna drop our damage, unfortunately, but that's what you gotta do. We're already back up to 3 warp charges, so it's not dropped that long. Need that, please. No, thank you. So when you're getting hit by a lot of gunners, you can throw out these zaps a lot faster. You don't need to charge them all the way up. They still count as fully charged warp attacks, or not fully charged, as charged warp attacks. So they are contributing towards lowering your next charge time on your next charge attack. So when we're at 6 warp charges, you'll notice that we can use our smite for a few more seconds than we would have done originally. We also get a 25% damage boost or whatever it is for having max warp charges. So overall, smiting before going into melee combat is a really good idea because you're going to do a decent amount of damage to all the enemies as well as they're going to take more damage. So you probably won't be killing a lot of ads with your smite attack, but you're going to be doing maybe half their health or something. So that means when you're coming in with this chain axe that does a lot of damage, you'll have a pretty easy time to give this guy the classic Zacky Wacky, where you'll just stagger. Usually, maybe the stun is kind of like a cumulative effect. So, and you have to reach a threshold of stun placed on an enemy before it activates, and the mutant just requires a little bit more than other enemies. Good, yeah. When in doubt with this build, just shoot. It'll arc onto something, and you'll hit something. Particularly good on low visibility missions. Okay. The smite, however, is much better at stunning the mutants. Much more consistent. It might take a second for the stun to build up on the mutants, but you'll notice that it's pretty consistent in actually stunning mutants. Alright, we're just going to pop our F here to try and get up here. Usually it's not great when your teammates leave you behind like that. We did have to lose all of our damage bonuses there, which is not great for us as far as clearing out this war as well. I don't like it. Sometimes your teammates will just forget about enemies that are behind you. Like, they've left, and they're like going to start this next objective, and we're going to get absolutely overran. Well, we've got these monstrosities just standing back here for absolutely no reason like left. So you notice, as long as you're below 100% when you rip this shot, or like 99%, you won't overload. So we were at 98 there when we ripped that. So now we've got a horde that we did not need to spawn on us. Okay, thank God. Yeah, I don't know why. Alright, we don't have time to hate. That was not smart plays by our teammates running ahead and starting the next wave while we got two monstrosities to respawn. So don't be one of those guys. Make sure you always see. Well, my lighting in my room is not great, so when a room is dark, it's extra dark for me. It might be dark for you in game, but it is extra dark for me. Where's the last one at? Gosh. That irked me, those guys ran ahead like that. It's like, dude, we are dying back here. So it's pretty good at clearing out small hordes. And then we can give them all an F, and we will continue our attack for even longer on our smite. And we killed most of them. We got some gunners over here. Give them the darts. Overall, guys, this is pretty much how you play the build. Don't try to stay next to your teammates as a smite character because you don't want to get overran by a horde. Oh, huge soul blaze. I've noticed the soul blaze is a little inconsistent in applying. Oh, I heard that guy coming from behind. I should dodge that pretty well. That's not good. You see that that arc did not catch on to that grenadier like I wanted it to, so I instantly swapped over to the closer target. Alright, we're out of here. That was a little bit of a rough game. Did not do great at playing together, but we made it through. Regardless. Let's see how the stats work. You see we did a lot of damage with this build. 455,000 damage, and not a lot of overkill damage actually this time. A lot of time you can have more overkill damage with this build. And then we had, let's see, we didn't have that much boss damage dealt, so our other guys were dealing with the bosses a good amount. It's like we said, this build doesn't do a ton of boss damage. That was definitely not the easiest. But it was a good game. You see we staggered 14.5k enemies. Good defense score, whatever that means. We killed a decent amount of disablers and specials. Our veteran did a really good job with his plasma gun at doing that as well. We killed a lot of lesser enemies, which is kind of surprising considering we were a smite build. You can see we applied 829 crits, which is quite a few. It's not a ton, but it's by no means not a lot. Let's go ahead and take a look at the build again real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and link that in as our gameplay for the actual, whatchamacallit? Gameplay for the game. Ooh, we got 3 likes. Thank you everybody who liked the stream. Much appreciated. So let's check out exactly what I'm running on this build. We definitely have +1 wound, so we are a little squishy, and when you're running Psyker and you blow yourself up, unless you're really confident in not blowing yourself up, you definitely want to be running +1 wound. So on our chain axe, we could use a better damage roll, honestly. Okay, so I've got Unyielding and Groner Poxwalker damage. The Groner Poxwalker damage is okay. That gives you all a 10% damage boost to all adds, pretty much. But I think taking... Well, we don't have plus 20% damage as a Zealot on the Psyker, like we would on the Zealot, so... I think plus 10% to Groner's Poxwalkers is fine. You could also do plus 25% to Unarmored. Would be really good. Probably better than Groner's Poxwalkers. I'd probably take plus 25 to Unarmored because I think we already do a lot of damage to Groner's Poxwalkers, so I might roll that off to Unarmored. In fact, I'll do that right now. And then we have the two blessings that I really like for this Chain Axe, though, are Savage Sweep, which gives you a lot of cleave if you're dealing with a large group of enemies, and then Rampage, that increases your damage by 32%. So that gives you just a lot of damage on your heavy swinging attacks. And then for the Surge, we're running Flak Armored and Carapace Armored because we want to be able to kill all those guys pretty well. And we have Warp Nexus, which is great because we're increasing our crit chance. And we have Warp Flurry, which is negative charge time on chained attacks. Makes sense because we're trying to stack those up. Yeah, let's go roll the... What is it? Poxwalker damage. We're gonna get rid of that.
Let the work begin.
We got our staff right here. What's this staff? This is a similar staff, but I've got perks on it I don't like. But it's a really good staff, unfortunately, with the perks. Oh, wait, no, I'm not going for the staff. We're here for the sword. Duh. Refine. You. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for... Yeah, we're gonna go for unarmored enemies. Put unarmored enemies on that bad boy. And let's go ahead and check the skill tree of this bad boy too real quick. If it'll load. So, what are our curios? Oh shit. Wrong button. We take a health, we take a ton of health and gunner resistance, and we have revive speed. That's always useful, although I'm the one that needs the most reviving typically. And we've got more health and a wound. So this is what, this used to be meta. I think switching one of these for a toughness might do us some good. I think we're gonna go ahead and give that a try. Do we have a good toughness? It used to be meta to just run tons of toughness, tons of health instead of doing any toughness. But we don't even... You're telling me I don't even have a toughness curio? That's 15% toughness. Is that any good? Gun resistance, experience... Okay. We'll take this guy and we're going to re-roll him real quick because that's boo-boo. I don't know if 15... I don't know what the max roll of toughness is on the curio. I tend to kind of ignore my curios. Because, you know, the difference between a couple toughness isn't that big of a deal. This is the toughness curio. Why don't we take this? Corruption resistance is blah. Definitely don't want that. We could take, Oh, yeah, we should take block efficiency, actually. TBH. Block efficiency is pretty good for this as well. So let's see if we're a little more tanky on some hits. Right now we're going to check out the talent tree. So we have plus 3% warp damage for 10 seconds on crit hits. So as we're stacking crit hits with our, what's the blessing called? The Warp Nexus. So Warp Nexus plus perfect timing is stacking our crit hits. We don't take the crit hits, take 5% toughness, replenish 5% toughness. But you could, but we're running this instead. We're gonna fly through this because we don't want to spend too much time because this is for the actual video. But I think we're trying to add some crit damage or crit chance in here as well. Yeah, we have some plus 5% crit chance over here in the corner. Nothing else really adds crit chance for the Psyker. 5% range damage might not be bad, but we do enough range damage. We don't really need more range damage. Anyways, okay. One more Maelstrom mission for us boys. Let's see how it goes. I thought about just ending the stream after the first one. I was like, it's the stream. Kind of like, oh, I don't want to play the same one again, though. That's lame. What else do we have here? High intensity shock troop, gauntlet. I mean, it would be good to show a different game. Which one of these do I want to do? I like this map a lot. This map is also kind of an easier map, TBH. But this is just high intensity engagement. That's lame. Now we'll go for the high intensity shock troop. Okay, I'll do this one. This is a little bit of a harder map, just in general. The longer ranges and lots of shooters. So we'll have to see how a Psyker like this build deals with it. Boy. Usually I would just quick match into a game, but I particularly want to do it with this mission for the showcase. It might take a while to find some players. This is another reason why I always quick play, is I don't have to wait around for a minute or two to get teammates. We're going to have to wait for the quick play gods to endow us with teammates, essentially. So, can we look at our build in here? War gear. Yeah, we can look at this while we wait. Did we get another teammate? Cool. So, apparel generation. This, I used to run the Brain Burst, which was pretty fun. Especially when the build was broken with the Empowered Psychonics. There was a pretty busted combination there. But I was running the random chance to brain rupture, and it didn't happen very often. But there was the potential, if you crit, to one-shot crushers. If you crit and hit the brain burst, you could one-shot crushers with the surge staff. That was funny. But of course it didn't happen very often, so. Fun? Yes. Like, best build? No. But very fun. The glitch with the Surge Staff was that the Powered Psionics was giving the Surge Staff 125% damage bonus. Instead of just your Smite, it was also doing it to the Surge Staff. Which made your Surge Staff an absolute blast cannon of a DPS rifle. DPS staff. And you would just basically one-shot almost everything in the entire game. Like 2-shot bulwarks, maybe 2 or 3 shot crushers. You just blow everything up. So we do have a level 15 or 45 on our team, so we'll see how he is. I've seen level 45s that are gods that aren't. Usually they're a little rustier at the game, but that's alright. A lot of people care about, you know, that kind of stuff in the game. It's a PvE game. I honestly don't even care if I lose or win. If I was trying to grind up materials or something, you know, I might care a little more, but people that play this game a lot, you complain. I mean, there's really no need to. So we did just kind of walk past that direct gunner. Did I pick the same map as... I might have picked the exact same map. Well, I know it's definitely the same map as I played last time. Is it the same route though? I'm not sure. No, it's not. We're gonna go this way. Boop. It's always kind of fun. These little guns are kind of easy to shoot though, because they click the button and then they have like a cast time. It's really easy. Hello. So we only have 2. Get that trapper out of there. Focus on these crushers. Apply Soul Blaze and stun these guys so we don't get ran over from behind. The Beast of Nurgle can only swallow you if he's barfed on you. So if you have the barf effect on you, as on your screen, it's like barfed on you, then he's going to try and swallow you. You can see the Surge Staff staggered both of those specialists. Spam some of these out. You play at high peril a lot on this build, but our peril generation is, we have a lot of resistance to peril generation, which makes you able to just shoot out a lot of these shots. Ooh, got him.
A true professional veteran.
That dude got flicked on. Our teammates dealt with that pretty well, though. Let's actually remember to look at the... Wow, it's a lot of crushers. This build used to have you all the way at the top of the damage by a long shot. Now that it's been nerfed a few times, the damage isn't as high. Oh, I messed that up. Almost got us. Thank you. I dodged in the wrong direction. When there's a large horde of lots of big guys coming in, you just kind of spam really charge attacks into it. If your guy's getting slammed on the ground, instead of going for a chain axe attack, just throw 2 or 3 surge staff shots at them. Oh my gosh. Sometimes it staggers him and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know how that is. I think maybe you just need a fully charged attack. I need to do the science on that probably. That was a hard shot to line up. Just his little head was poking over. Give a thanks to everybody who's followed. We've got 200 subs since I started posting videos. I posted like 4 or 5 videos. So if you're seeing this, and you're one of the people watching these streams later after the fact, I'll give you guys a big thanks. So since we re-rolled this to unarmored, we should definitely just shoot right there. What's going on over here? We're gonna give these guys a big surge. You know, I was gonna click F and drop all my soul blades on them, but it looks like we don't need to. We'll keep the... We'll just maintain the peril resistance instead. You see how long we can smite for with all this peril resistance? It's pretty crazy.
Dead.
Dog.
Trust not to hope. 'Tis the first step on the road to disappointment.
I find logic a better ally than hope.
Eliminating primary target.
A lot of times there's a wave that spawns around here as well, so you want to be careful at the same time with your teammates. Or you may be surprised. Give him a zappy and a wacky. See, I did that again where I missed my zap on who I thought I was gonna zap. This guy just kills things. Is it Karen? Yeah, his knife is out, he's just blasting things. Yeah, his damage is crazy. He's got pretty... Oh, he's second place. Okay, so you see here it's a lot of gunners. We're gonna hit him, dodge back into cover. They're just coming out to give him more zap and going back into cover. A lot of times you'll get another wave from this direction as well while you're out here. So this is an important area to watch your back on.
Heads down, sniper.
An adroit strike.
A cloak of faith conceals all.
There's a horde, your teammates are in there, you just kind of spam into it. Sniper right here. Kill him. enjoying this game more than the last one. The Zealot is taking care of a lot of the boards. See, he's all set up for board clear. He's got the knife and the flamer. I really like that setup. People hate on the flamer in the game. I don't really understand why. Everybody that hates on the flamer is like, you can't really hate on people's builds in this game. It's a PvE game. Like, and to be honest, the game's not that hard. Like, playing as a solo queue player is maybe a little bit hard, but if you play in like a pre-made squad, especially, or you just happen to a lot of back give our teammates a video. Especially with this Karen guy, he's gonna absolutely shoot through everything with the smite on. He gets 10% damage bonus from the smite, and he's an absolute murder cannon with the dagger build that he's running. You see, if there's people close to you and you've got the surge staff out, you can just give them a quick zap, and that'll stun pretty much any non-specialist or enemy, and you can give them a little smite. You see a lot of gunners out in front of you, you can do the same as well.
Fusion of corrupted flesh.
Its squalid existence is over.
There's the specials that we're supposed to focus on. Who's down? Our boys in the fire.
Take it back. You are useful.
We're pretty good at keeping we're very good at keeping Pox Bursers back. What you do have to be careful about is if your teammate shoots them as well. Dorn says weeps. You do have to be careful is if your teammate shoots the Pox Burster and then you shoot him, you're probably going to blow him up in his face. But if you just give him a zap before your teammate shoots him, he'll fall back and stagger into it just fine. So it's easy to accidentally blow up your teammate. But as long as you're paying a little bit of attention, typically you can avoid it. It just takes a little practice. See, we even pop those attacks right before we get to 100. You have to kind of keep an eye on here. He's above me. Not very fast with that.
Protocol obliges. I help you, Zealot.
I am not
Get out of here with that.
deceived by thy seeming friendship.
We're not going to be touching the Grimoire. Who's that crazy?
Scab shotgunner.
Can't control it.
Kind of sort Go ahead. Why are we not moving forward? We already do 25% more damage to these kinds of guys. And also some other ads that are a little thicker. That's pretty helpful.
You're
Do we take the
enthusiastic.
damage bonus or the health? We're doing pretty good. Our teammates are pretty good. Allergies this week. Got the itchy nose. Hopefully the Zyrtec actually works. That's nice. This can be a hard area for the Psyker to play in. I typically like to play up in this area. Hello.
The sniper is gone. The only answer to this profane life.
So we're staggering in there. I really don't understand how the stagger on the mutant works. So sometimes it just doesn't happen. We'll hang out over here.
Neutralize that one!
One of our guys is running the shotgun. He seems to be doing a good job at it. I typically don't like it when teammates run the shotgun because I feel like I get ran over by a lot more hordes whenever I have teammates running the shotgun. But in this case, it seems to be
Knowledge fanatic!
that could be because we have a. Yeah, I'm playing kind of weird right now out here in the area. I typically would recommend this if you're trying really hard. But a lot of big guys coming behind. Should probably do something about it. Can't really complain about getting ran over by hordes right now since I'm standing at their spawn. But I'm kind of enjoying chopping through them. Well, there's a lot of little guys who just kind of spam the minimum charge attack. There's no reason in charging it up. You can see it does plenty of damage to blow them up. You can play either a lot with the smite or you can play a little with the smite. Typically the smite's just really important for getting ran over. If you're getting overwhelmed, you'll use the smite a lot more, but if you have teammates that are keeping enemies off of you, maintaining the hordes like these, like our two zealots are, that gives us a lot of room to zap the big boys, as it were.
An efficient termination!
So I can role play a little zealot right now. So what happens is there's really a lot that goes into this smite damage build-up. But we also do a lot of increased damage. So if you whip the smite out, these guys are all going to take an increased 20% damage from the stop smite. Yeah, my Psyker's a glass cannon as well. I think that's kind of how all Psykers are, really. You can't really make a very tanky Psyker. I haven't experimented with it, at least. That could be something to check out later. The Psyker can definitely just blow up really easy. That's why I was talking about earlier, that you have to, as a other teammate, if you have Psyker, you have to make sure you're keeping the hordes off your Psykers. Because the game before this, I was playing with some ogres. We didn't have any zealots on my team, and I was always having to use my smite. I was getting ran over by hordes. It was also an orc Maelstrom, so it's probably a little more heated than this mission is. But when you're getting ran over as the Psyker, it's really hard because you're getting overwhelmed. You have to go into melee, which you don't excel in as a Psyker. And then you're not able to do your job that you want to do, which is kill all the specials before they cause problems for your teammates. It's kind of a weird situation right now. I'm trying to get this bomb. So we got really high peril. Go ahead and whip out the sword and whack some guys.
It's called skill, Zealot.
Hello. A lot of guys in here. We'll dodge towards them to. Okay, this might's not going to cooperate here. We can just use this surge staff to stagger all these guys for our boy.
Get out of my head.
Should rename this stream how I play surge staff. Yeah, if you watch the game before this, though, you'll notice a huge difference between how I'm having to play this game. This game, I'm barely ever having to use my smite, whereas the game before, I was using smite all the time in an attempt to not get overran and killed by melee. This game, I'm able to keep my staff out a lot more and do a lot with that instead. See how that's affecting our stats is we're hitting about the same amount of crits. Our damage might be better. I don't know. It looks pretty similar stats-wise. Yeah, I also play Zealot mainly. Yeah, the Psychic Shield is really good. I think you can definitely run. I'm using this, purge the, whatever it is you call it, the purge warp or whatever it's called. But you click the F, you lose a warp charge. The peril, that's what it is. So I'm running that, but the Psychic Kinetic Shield is super useful for the team, so honestly it's just as good to run as this, if not better. I run it this way because sometimes I blow myself up. I've been pretty good about not blowing myself up though, so. I typically play Zealot. In fact, if you check out my channel, it's the only thing I posted is Zealot guide, so this is going to be my first Psyker guide. My two Psyker builds I run is this Zap Cannon build, and then I also run a Purge Staff build as well. And those are the two I pretty much play. I also ran I don't really like the Trauma Staff, although I've seen some people running really cool builds with it lately that do an incredible amount of damage and apply Soul Blaze to like everything. So that's a pretty good build. I don't know what it is, I haven't looked into it, but it's pretty cool. Thanks, man. Yeah, I haven't played this game on Xbox. I used to play on Xbox back in the day. Oh, that's right. You can't even have the mods. Yeah, I don't know why they don't add that in the game. They claim, you know, so you're not toxic to your other teammates or whatever. I think it's kind of ridiculous. There's lots of mods. Another one of the mods that's really good, if I played Veteran more, is that you can get like red dot sights for your Hellbore Lasgun and stuff. Because that's the one thing, if I ever played Vet, which I don't play Vet that much because I get kind of bored. But thank you for the subscription. But yeah, the Hellbore Lasgun only has iron sights. That's like, first of all, it's ghetto as shit. Oh yeah, is that the Crusher Bolter? Yeah, I have a build on that. I use the Crusher Bolter as well. And I think that's fantastic. People have kind of forgotten about the Bolter since it got nerfed in like the year 1 update. I think it's still really great. I just whipped I whipped the Bolter out to delete. Oh. Yeah, had a teammate die, and I have given those a wacky. Oh, okay. This is actually very bad. Hold on. I need to lock it. I need him to die. My teammate is over here basically 1v1ing. This is absolutely atrocious. This is very bad. I just need to get with my teammate wherever he is. He's under here, I need to get with him.
Engaging war protocols.
I need to not accidentally overcharge myself. It's really easy to overcharge yourself in a little bit of a hot situation like this. I need to not go forward and activate a wave 2. Luckily our Zealot that's over here playing is a madman. He's 1v1ing this entire game. This entire wave is 1v1ing a monstrosity. As long as I can proc distract this guy with me though. See, I don't understand why that didn't. Maybe because I didn't hit him with the end of the attack. Oh, yeah, you're that guy. I remember your comment. I'm bad with names. I could have used my damage right there. My damage boost would be used on that monstrosity. So he'll handle the horde from that direction, looks like. Sounds like he could use some help. Yeah, we're back here this way anyways. Do this. Do this. See, why didn't Soul Blaze apply to... Oh, shit. Are you serious? Well, that is unfortunate. Let's hope our boy Karen has got this. He reses in the fire? That's insane.
I acknowledge.
Yeah, I don't know why he just did that. That's a big rip for our boy.
Protocol requires you to help.
Standing in the fire was unfortunate. Those bombers are crazy, though. That game was good, but two of our guys kind of fell over. Thanks for dropping in, my guy. Appreciate the comments. You're the second person ever to come in and hang out in the chat. Congratulations. Boy, shall we run another one? What time is it? 12:20? I feel like running another one. I'm having a good time playing the Psyker. I feel like we need one more win on the zapping cannon. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Alrighty, over here. Shall we just quick plan? Oh, no, I want to do this. We're going in on the Maelstrom. There she is. That'll be a good one. Yeah, this build's just not as powerful as it used to be. It's kind of unfortunate, but it's alright. It's not a big deal. I think you could take off this 10. You could take off the jump and probably the 10% damage too if you wanted to find something else that did that helped out. I don't. This is kind of a strange perk. How do I see this guy's build? Okay. That's not bad. Cool. Alright, yeah, he's got a good build. Does crit on crit hit, 75% cleave for 5 seconds on crit hit. I would get rid of that on his chain axe, because you have to wait for a crit to come in on that. Well, I guess, did he have the guaranteed crit after a... There's no reason to take that because there's another perk that...
Which means that little is certain, including your survival. This is as much an intel mission as it is a sabotage one. Don't come back empty-handed.
That sword must have been buffed because... Or no, what am I saying? Yeah, that blessing that he has on there is not... is pointless because if you want more cleave on your chain axe, getting 75% cleave on one crit hit and it not stacking is kind of useless when you could have plus 180% crit if your attack hits 3 enemies. Which it is for 5 seconds instead of 2 seconds, but yeah, there's no reason to run that blessing. I'd say that's a waste of. There are other blessings that do the exact same thing, but better.
Unkind, very unkind. I am a pillar of respectability. Indeed. Only I hope it won't take long. I have a body. A customer waiting on this land.
Alrighty.
The Obscura Den is thought to be in the vicinity of
I'm kind of interested to do hunting grounds. Hunting grounds, Nurgle blessings. We have reduced cooldown. Should I hop here? Hop down here. Okay. Cool, bro. What's that?
Target marked for death.
Assail Psyker. You don't see a lot of Assail around lately. Got nerfed a few times. Still probably pretty strong. So he's an Assail Purge Psyker, and I'm a Smite Psyker, so it'll be kind of interesting. Oh, is he brain bursting though? No, he's got Assail. Do we have 3 Psykers? Oh, okay. I don't... Running Brain Burst is so hard. I've seen people do it really well, but it can be... You're not doing a lot when you're Brain Bursting. You're doing a lot to one guy? Ooh, perfect. Did I just blow myself up? No, I did not. Let's go.
I'm nauseating to new more.
So for this group of guys, we'll just spam the attacks into them as fast as it will allow us. And you'll notice that as your as your charge rate for attacks, for charged attacks, increases due to our blessing, even if you're shooting the minimum. Alright, so we got a lot of big guys right here.
Take an army of enforcers to
So
compel
we'll have to deal with them. We're gonna whip a smite out here. Oh, I should have dodged earlier. So these Nurgle Blessing guys are gonna be a lot more damage. Or stagger resistance as well, which is really annoying. But that's just part of the difficulty modifier.
enemy shooters in cover.
We do have that Zealot, so I think this build pairs particularly well with Zealots. You just stagger and keep the gunners off of him, specials off of him while he goes in, clear everybody out. Hello. There we go. Really ripping the surge staff right now.
Indeed.
There goes the bubble. I dodged so much. If there was a dodge recharge perk or something for Curios, I would have really that shit like crazy.
An explosive end.
You can keep that grenade for me, good sir. We are damage cannoning right now. This guy's trying to smite them back as well. Can't really stun these guys with Nurgle's Blessing on them. We can get the other guys though and let our teammates try and take care of them. Just keep the horde back. See, we didn't stun him. I don't really understand why. If somebody knows, please tell me why.
Grenade.
What are we doing?
This
Aw,
mission
damage
here
is how we're doing.
our metal.
It's worrying just how quick the occupation becomes normal for the occupied.
I literally did not even see that group of guys right in front of me. I'm blind. Oh, that shield is so good.
Success.
Oh, this is a fun game. I really wanted to do the Maelstrom on this mission.
Threats neutralized.
Pretty fun. Oops. So we keep that. But if you're better than me and you never blow yourself up, you can definitely take it. The dome shield is just so good too. That guy's got him. I haven't even taken damage.
I've been enforcer's eyes for lawbreakers. If milk isn't
Say that as my
I'll
teammate.
wait.
His knowledge must be valuable to Brendan, or he wouldn't be here.
Jeez, we're doing a lot of damage. See, when you have teammates that really let this build rip, this build absolutely does ridiculous damage. The problem is the better your teammates are, the better this build is. That's kind of how it goes.
Stay alert, team. If called right, resistance will only increase from here.
I have faith in your team.
I suppose time will tell.
guys some creeping for a second. Like I said, I'd like to just zap cannon these guys. That's nice of my teammate to zap them. Yeah, I can zap them. Because the purge staff that he's running is definitely not great at killing armored enemies like that. Trapper. Trapper's not there. That's fine. Oh, hello. Get the crusher out of there. Should get the res now, hopefully. Cut it off. See, we don't do a ton of damage to. Tap that bomber, he needs to go. Bombers can ruin an entire game. Just one bomber will absolutely mess up your team if it goes unchecked. Because if you leave one bomber around, it's not a big deal. But if you leave him around long enough that 2 or 3 other bombers spawn, you're going to have a terrible game. You're going to want to uninstall afterwards because there's 10 bombs around. You're not capable of doing it. How do we do on boss save and done that, guys? We pumped out. Well, I mean, we pumped out more than any of our other teammates, but we're definitely no monstrosity killer. Well, we're not bad at killing. See, I staggered the one back there, but not the front one. That's funny. Well, that wave spawned so fast. That's crazy. This is a good game. I think the Purge Psyker with the Kinetic Shield and the whatever the Smite paired with this Surge Staff gives us a lot of coverage. So we've got the Horde coverage down, and we've got the special coverage down. So I think me and these two Psykers synergize pretty well together. Although we just lost one.
No citizen is above the Exaxoma. You don't do well to remember that.
You just notice that this Psyker, the staff's also really good at just hitting guys behind cover. Which is very good. God, I walked back over here. There's our boy.
Follow me.
Associates, I would be indebted for aid.
Bastille.
Why are Absalom when we fight for the same cause?
Grenade.
Got some grenades.
Ammunition. Zealots begin to raid. Target's marked.
See, we always hit the. Hello. This guy's not fun. Probably. Hello. So these guys are a lower health enemy, so we'll just spam the attack. Now we see that one higher energy for higher health enemy, the shotgunner back there, will give him a bigger shot. Closer. There. You'll kind of get the feel for the range the Surge Staff's capable of locking onto after a while.
Defense protocol. Chopper.
As you can see with the Surge Staff on these missions in particular, we killed one of them, and it applied Soul Blaze to all the dogs, which means if any of the dogs jump... Oh, I'm going crazy with that right now. We'll focus, not focusing. But it applies Soul Blaze to all the dogs, right? And with all the dogs Soul Blaze, if any of them jump on any of your teammates, they will be automatically pushed off. I managed to blow myself up right after. This guy can't be staggered because of his Nervous Plus and he's got got a guy on his butt. That would have been a fine job for the service staff. I don't know why, so it's just swing. Doesn't matter. Got the job done either way. You see, I'm trying to switching through these ranged enemies right here to hit whoever is gonna start shooting at me next. So I'm just keeping the whole group in stagger while I take them all out. So we'll take out these shotgunners first. We'll aim for all these specials. Give them an F. We're already. So I just applied Soul Blades to all those enemies. So I'm already back up to 6 support charges instantly because of the amount of specials that are in that group.
Face your maker, hound!
Bonk.
Doesn't take a Psyker to predict your end if you leave.
Bonk.
It's not my taste.
Oh my guy.
But the camelid racing on Atoma is said to be superlative. Absolutely riveting.
This pitiable existence is
Oh
over.
my guy.
There's a hound nearby.
Oh my guy. No, this guy needs help now too, I bet. Come on, people.
Associate.
Tracking.
We'll wait to go down, I guess.
This way. Ammo.
Omicron Mortis intercession!
That dude got dogged a mile away. I swear, the game sees you're that far apart. I think it just spawns a dog to come get you anyways. Like, it might not be playing out, but it sees you like 100 meters away or whatever from.
Every heretic sympathizer in the carnival.
Delicious. Your microphone enjoyed that. Your headphones enjoyed that big ol' slurp. Yeah, the game sees you that far away. It spawns trappers and dogs just to come punish you. Get this res. This could be a little.
Requesting retrieval.
Terminate the gunner. I fear we have been locked in.
Hello, where did you come? That guy's already dead. Oh dear God, this is very bad. Oh, that guy can't even be staggered. Oh, this is bad. Oh, I'm dead. I didn't get to get the med kit down either. Hey, get me up, I'll drop the med kit on our feet. Oh, I'm down to 1 wound as well, because I managed to build myself up early. At the most inopportune moment.
Engaging multiple targets.
Okay, we're grouped up, that's good at least.
A successful termination. Away from that monster.
Keep these going out. Our Purge Psyker is doing really good at keeping the horde out. So we're winning right now. It looked like we weren't going to do well, but we're sticking together really well. That pretty much combines all of our damage onto all these enemies, so that's helping us out a lot. This guy needs to be dealt with. He's unstaggerable as well. Nice, he's dead. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Am I supposed to go that way?
Out of my head.
Yeah. Close the door. So they can't open this door for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm fine with it. There's always a huge horde that's coming. Unless they've changed it, of course. Never know if they've changed it or something. I'm always preparing for that. little spot to come in with the cleaving chainsword.
My duty and nothing more.
Justice administered.
Ah! Oh, actually, he saved me from being hit by that person.
Reaching the Empyrean.
So I thought I was in a little bit of danger there from taking a lot more damage, so I just clicked F and dodged out. Help my teammate at the moment, so I also have to help. I just keep the horde and move to work.
Delivering mercy.
See, the arc range on this weapon is actually a lot farther than you might first assume. It might have been a chaos spawn I just heard spawning, I'm not really sure.
This is how it ends.
The dodge range on the Zealot is, or on the Psyker, is a little to be. When you're used to Zealot level dodging, the Psyker can be a little underwhelming. He didn't kill him with that. Interesting.
Terminate that music.
Execution. Warranted.
God, terminate it.
I am to die. I will make it count. Direct honor. I just protocol engaged. And this is how it ends. Find your
Squalid existence is over. Come claim a sanctuary.
Reloading. Reloading.
Where's that med kit? I need to get to that pronto.
Attend, sibling, you must heal.
Defend protocol.
Kind of left my team there for a second, but having one wound is a little sketch.
Duty done. Trapper eliminated.
Okay, helping this guy out here. Yeah, let's med up, boys.
A locked door. Practical. But it draws attention.
I'll have it.
Get it open.
Follow
Our
me.
wager will find the production
There's a
facility
sniper in here
somewhere
somewhere. I
beyond.
swear if I get shot by that.
You don't feel there should be more
This way.
defenses. This feels too easy.
You just don't want to stand in the middle of the room. That's a lot of guys. He's trying to smite them, but he doesn't realize that he's not going to do that much damage on the smite. Because when they've got Nurgle's Blessing on them, if they don't have Nurgle's Blessing, you'll do just fine. But they've got Nurgle's Blessing, and you're going to literally do nothing to them.
The foul creature is dead.
Get it working.
The nice thing about the Surge Staff is, you're in this big foggy room, literally don't care. I hear a special over there, I zap in that direction, he blows up.
Need immediate covering fire.
Just surge through this so while he does the pattern.
Go there.
Don't want to surge too much, you don't really want the waves to build up. It's a good spot to hit him with the sauce. That guy can die, thank you.
Finally, justice for existence.
The fanatic seems to be hysterical.
Aspire to such virtue.
That was a sick map. So that's a good ping by that guy. He pinged that. Oh, dang, this dog is annoying. He can't be staggered. Help! Kill this dang thing. Those, yeah, those dogs that can't be staggered are a menace.
Associate, top flamer.
Here's specialist, blow special. Don't blow the specialists. Blow up the specialists. also have a 10% chance to quell 10%. Ah! Do that on getting up, just to help out a little bit. We did lose a lot of damage potential with our swing. I want to make sure we don't get whacked standing up or something. I see a specialist back in there shooting low arc on him. I think we did.
Very kind. The machine requires attention. No! Out of my mind!
Ooh, get him. Even the Psyker keeping up.
Notice!
Security access elevator. Get that door open and get moving.
Wait.
Neutralized.
Isolating
No thinking.
targets.
Oh, I messed up. I messed up. That was the wrong button. Oh no. I tried to whip out the smite, but instead I did another surge staff. That was a misclick on my part. That was quite expensive.
Don't leave comrades behind!
But it's okay, because we've got some absolutely hitter teammates. Now we can get up and smite. Excuse me? Got a... Health level's a little concerning. I thought I died for a second on standing up. I was like, oh, it was just a dog. Which gave me a lot of
This
corruption.
duty will
so
be a
that's great.
trying one.
At least I'm not dead.
Scale of this. It makes me wonder if the workers ever noticed the change in their masters.
Ah, there's things I can do with
That dog is, the audio's a little wiki. Keep that thing away from me, dude. Oh jeez, look at that sound good. This thing really could die right now. It'd be really good for us.
Targets identified.
Just need to worry about this forward. They're gonna show up from behind me in any second. They're coming from a different way or something. I'm like expecting a huge mob behind me any second. That way. See it. Traffic. Themselves up. Yep, that sounds good.
Abomination neutralized! Oh my god!
Three Psykers is kind of crazy. It used to be when the game came out, Psyker was by far the worst class. If you had like more than one Psyker on your team, you're probably gonna have a really bad time. So that sniper, he will kill me. Down or up, you know. If I get shot by him, I'm just straight up dead.
A gratifying eruption! Rupture imminent! God, flamer! Flamer terminate!
Alright.
We can't reach them!
Gonna play really well with this low health. Very conservative playing.
performing my craft under these conditions.
You forget. I've seen your operation aboard
I thought that was an enemy. I was like, where did he come from? And then it turns out it was just people. Surge staff's particularly good against those ogre gunners because go away. I really like the push because that gives you the ability to really clear out an area if you need to. But obviously these domes are extremely helpful as well. So I'm running for it. I can't tell you how many times I've like gotten a little hasty on getting my pack and somebody pops out and whacks you. I don't mind if I do.
Did you think our path would be easy?
Wait, where did my health
Pitiable
disappear?
existence is over! I'm out of ammo!
Did I just throw it on the ground? What the? Wait, what did I just do? I just like hit a button that. I hit the melee button and it's gone.
Terminate the gunner!
Where?
Rightly neutralized!
Oh, here it is. Oh, I threw all my things on the ground. I've never done that before. And like I clicked a button that in another game I play would be equip primary weapon, and instead I threw all my shit on the ground. Hello.
Dead now. Prepare for a cover.
Compellingly visceral!
Death. The only answer to this profane life.
Shield raise! Come to me! Let's drive them out!
Morpheus sanction.
Watch out! Gunner! Targets identified.
Alrighty.
Right gunner!
Yeah, I hit that button and my guy did like a little underhand throw animation. I was like, what? Do it again.
Dead and gone!
I don't know how I did that.
Watch out! Gunner!
Mouse 5 to release.
They don't seem ready for you.
I tried to throw it to a teammate or something.
Trapper is dead.
Love it when you try dodging instead of dodging buildings.
Dead now.
The mutant rises no more!
Everyone pay attention and group up as soon as you can.
We're getting them.
I need medicine!
This is it. Let's put your survey skull to work. The more intel we can gather, the better.
Sometimes the big horde spawns right here. Yep, there they are.
The server skull. Admiral will never forget it.
I thought I overcharged myself right there.
Evade your troubles personally.
Over the top right there. Oh my.
And yet, the heretics have made it possible. Impressive!
I'm so very
Guess
glad
we're
you're
going anywhere now. Shut the front of the sniper go off.
Threats neutralized.
I was almost gonna do the objective. That would be crazy. We're gonna try and stagger that gunner that's up there. Put a ton of soul blades on these guys too.
That's plenty for the scribes to pick over. Destroy the synthesizer chambers as a parting gift, and come home.
Another ranger sent to hell!
It's unusually loud.
I know what's over there. I'm gonna shoot into it.
Take courage, children! We fight in his holy name!
Staff back out. Just that way. Oh yeah, we're doing damage.
The heretics are bound to reach.
What can I say? Sometimes I'm petty.
Now that we're closer up.
I am one with the war. We should target the top flame. We've killed the top flamer. Break their ranks.
I have a location on the Genesis chamber for the stims. Find it.
Tedious. A bomber.
There we go. Oh, this guy's unstaggerable.
Through me.
As a smite, as a smite player, that is very difficult.
Of utility.
Top flamer. Top flamer's dead.
I shall smite you!
Hello.
Calling the war.
A lot of enemies.
Your enthusiasm.
Yeah, get the purge staff out, dude. I don't know why he's not over there purging that guy. Kill him. Got my teammates to turn around. I was like, turn around, I feel this guy. Got the gunners that are up there. Where? Nope.
Eliminate the bomber.
Alrighty. Oh, hello. Got him. This objective's pretty easy. Look at me on the objective. He ran away. That was easy. No, it wasn't that easy. We had a couple close calls. A lot of damage.
Initiating crowd control.
Do that. Burn a little longer.
Impressive! Wow, sibling!
Thank you, Simpson.
pretty good one to end the stream on, because now I have to go and make a little guide video for the big zappy boy. How do we do? Ooh. A lot of damage. That's how we did. Did a lot of overkill damage as well. So we did 636,000 damage to targets, but we also did 261,000 damage that didn't do any damage to anybody because they had already blown up before that damage hit them. So we did a lot of ranged elite killing, which is good. We did a ton of ranged elite killing compared to our other teammates, actually. This guy killed, the Zealot killed a lot of melee elites. I killed a lot of ranged elites. That's good. That's how it's supposed to go. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that was the end of that analysis. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for tuning into the stream. Hope you have a good day. Like and subscribe if you like it, and hope you enjoy the Surge Staff if you play it. It's a pretty fun build. One of the more fun builds in the game, I'd have to say. But